What's up, guys? ShijiAK here, reviewing the final game from the Chinese Last Chance Qualifiers. I also realized that in my last few videos I've been saying that I thought this player had qualified for Worlds because they did so well in this, but it's just Last Chance Qualifier, so they're qualified for regionals, Chinese regionals, which is an insane tournament where the first place player gets $140,000. So definitely not bad. It's in some ways better than Worlds, but still, they're not necessarily qualified for Worlds. We'll see how they do in regionals, which I'll absolutely be watching because this is LCQ. This is lower level. It's supposed to be than regionals, and I'm getting my mind blown constantly. Um, so let's see what happens this game. Didn't Aphelios plus two Senna's opener. It's interesting. The items could be for an Aphelios game. I'm interested to see if he plays it because last game he was almost in a spot to play it, but he decided not to. Two Dianas, you absolutely sell those units. Oh, could have been Chaos Storm, but it wouldn't be. Just second wind here, probably, right? I'd be surprised if you took Shell. Okay. Get the Senna too, plus the Aphelios. You could play Cavaliers as your frontline. Yeah, like you could play a pretty reasonable board here. Cavs frontline level for yep, just like this. He immediately slams the IE. Okay, we are in business. Slamming all these items on Senna makes me imagine that we're not gonna play an Aphelios game from here because you would want the Zeeks on another unit. But we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see what angle he plays from here because the angle he played last game was something I never would have seen in my life, and it was beautiful. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen my last VOD review that I put out, definitely check that out because it was an insane game. It just beautifully played. Like there's some games I put out on my channel because they're high roll games and they're fun to watch, and there's still stuff to be learned. That game, yeah, just mind blowing. Honestly, just really cool to see. Um, but yeah, okay. I mean, we have a strong board right now. We're sitting on 2 pairs and a 2-star unit already. Yeah, holding the Braum makes a lot of sense. I mean, those units on the right side of our bench are like nothing. Okay, so we have two 2-star units already. You could theoretically double level here for second Aphelios. We're not a full 3 streak though, so I don't think we have to. I think you would just pre-level here. I wouldn't go the full double level. I think that's a lot of gold to commit. Or maybe it just won't even pre-level at all. I would pre-level here personally. We've already hit most of our important pairs. Yeah, looks good. All right, pre-level to 5. I mean, Zeke's here would be good. The hell else would you take, honestly? I just don't know what IE even is. I never slam this item, because, like, what do you do with it? You just take Zeke's. Maybe it's still just a Seraphine angle, and he's just gonna go IE Graves. That makes sense. I'd be down for that. I don't hate that as a game plan. I'm not gonna keep the Seraphine though, probably, right? You just play the Aphelios and then slam the Zeke's there. Yeah, that looks really good to me. Even holding the Nasus for fun, but like, what else do you play from this spot? I guess it's just another Graves game, right? I would think so. I guess we'll see. Our front line's quite strong. We should probably be able to 4-streak from this spot, right? I guess it depends on the other boards, right? Someone might have Turbo Herald something, which beat this. This is not a bad board by any stretch. Yeah, there's some strong boards, it looked like. Yeah, we'll see. Decides to play the Nunu here. It's actually a really interesting decision because I feel like without the second Aphelios, we're a bit low damage. Also means we can't guaranteed make 20 here without selling the Aphelios. We have to win. Looks like we did. Okay, huge. Because yeah, if we lose this fight, it's kind of a disaster. But he makes the judgment call that with Nunu we can win. What's our next level gonna be? I mean, can be the Aphelios back in. I mean, it could just be ideally Rel, right? Though we don't have, we have the Zeeks to sack, but we'd have to move it off of Senna, which really sucks. I mean, you could just play this. Oh my god, and we got Edge of Night? Not bad. Yeah, I was really torn about selling that or not. But I think you do. You don't really need it. And you'll find it again later. Oh shit, we're rolling here for Aphelios too? Plus maybe Rel? Only get to 0? Streak? You just play. Okay, we hit Rel. We got Zephyr'd. And, we're not sacking anything for Darkflight. I mean, you want to sack the Zeeks, but How can you? You need another Senna really badly. And move the items. Or I wish we like high rolled a remove or something. Prep is really good. Gotta be prep, right? There's no way. I'd be shocked if it was anything else. Sunfire board? Really? Prep is so good. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's obviously not rich get richer. Sunfire board is actually like an acceptable option, right? I'm not gonna sack anything. I would kind of think about sack the Lilia. It's a lot of HP onto your units, even though you're not like sacking an item. You don't really want to sack the Edge of Night because then it gives your frontline Edge of Night, which is kind of rough. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to sell the Senna. I mean, it's still a strong enough board, but it's just like kind of the Darkflight synergy is doing literally nothing here. So yeah, not the best. You don't really want to sack Sedge because it's a Sejuani too. You don't want to sack Nunu because it's a Nunu. I feel like the Lilia isn't doing that much, so I'd be okay sacking her, but I think he just values the Lilia as a unit. With 4 Cabin, it kind of makes sense. My thought is that, like, getting the extra HP onto Rel is really big with the 4 Cabin, because she's going to have so much resists, but I mean, I know, because he's not sacking it, that he values the Lilia more as a unit, so an interesting decision. Once again, an insane win streak from the start. I'm interested to see what he takes here. Is the Edge of Night components, does he want that? He could also just take Graves, but yeah, it's pretty unlikely that it'll get all the way here. Oh, here? I guess just the... No, yeah, the BT makes... Well, could be BT component. Makes more sense. Yeah, I mean, you can level here. It's just really tax your gold. It's okay. I mean, you're playing for streak, so it makes a lot of sense to level here. And now it makes even less sense to sack a unit, right? Because now your units are getting all of the double guild bonus. I guess that's another reason not to sack the Lilia, because you're losing out on a guild unit. Oof, that's rough that we lose this fight right after leveling here, because now we're only making 10 gold, or a little bit more. Yeah, you hate to see it. I'm still not really sure what comp he's playing. He's not really holding any of the units to play anything. Like, it could just be an Aphelios, or a Darkflight game, I guess. Seems the most reasonable. Holding the Shi Oh. And he also pops that invest off. I mean, yeah, it could be a Siphon Shi Oh Yu game, I guess. The problem is, like, IE is not a very good item in that comp. But I mean, Sunfire is good. Second Wind's not bad. Beaks isn't bad. I mean, all these other items are really good. Okay, so he's definitely thinking about the Siphon Shi Oh Yu, just full pivot. I mean, the problem is he doesn't have any of the Jade units that you need, right? He doesn't have Jax or Gnar, and it's gonna be a little bit tough to find them at level 7. We're also very, very low in gold, like I said. Okay, the random rod is kind of rough. I mean, yeah, you should probably roll here. Okay. Yeah, I guess a full-on pivot into Siphon Shi Oh Yu. I mean, he hit actually everything for the Jade board. The problem is no Siphon yet, but good enough. We have the Jace, which is nice. Yep, just Nico that. Don't have the Zeeks on the right unit, sadly. Titans, ET. Interesting, because his other option was like Edge of Night Slam, but like then you're not going to slam Renan, so he doesn't care that much about the Edge of Night with the second wind. He says this is good enough. But I mean, it definitely seems fine. And so he's playing a 5 Jade variant, just with the random Pantheon hanging there, chilling, having a good time. You could reroll this, or you could take CV. It's gonna reroll it, probably. Oh? Oh, wow. Okay. It's a little bit awkward positioning this augment in this comp. He's getting it onto... What the hell? His whole team isn't getting... It's just the one unit isn't getting the buff. That is such a risk to take that augment, though. Holy crap. It's like, what if your options are like Zanya's plus Infinity Force plus like Mana Zane? Don't you just like lose the game? Like, there were some good options there. I'm shocked that he took this, though. This is probably the best option, right? It's just quite awkward for positioning. But okay. I mean, he has a lot of HP, and he hit the Shi Oh Yu. So, I think there was a lot of room to get dizzy this game and fuck up the transition for a worse player, but I think he played it very well to pivot into this comp. With, like, not even that much gold. Getting the duplicator helped a ton. And also holding the Shi Oh Yu and seeing the angle to pivot into this comp to just full pivot the board was really nice. Because I think a lot of people would are just have gotten uncomfortable full pivoting boards in this set because it's not a set where you need to full pivot that much, but I think he did very well. We have this rod. I mean, it can be a Gwinsu if we get to the Siphon version eventually. Okay, can't get that. Cloak? Panic Spark for Jace? Really? Is he gonna make this? We hit the Siphon. I think you don't build Ionic then, right? Because you really want to just chill. I mean, we should level as soon as possible, right? It's 42 to level. Can't we just level here? Yeah, I mean, leveling for the Panth seems definitely worth it. You don't want to set Ionic now. You just want to greed for, like, BT Gwinsu on Siphon. And our board looks great. Really nice. I'm interested to see how this guy positions this board, because I wasn't having much success with this comp, and I played a game of it the other day where I tried a different positioning. It's based on how I saw Dish Soap, one of the highest Elo NA players positioning. I can actually pull up. I have a sticky note. I just need to not here. Let me turn this off real quick so I don't like leak some sticky note that has important information on it. Okay. But yeah, this is the positioning that I saw Dish Soap going that I thought looked really nice. Where you put Siphon usually on the edge, but this is usually like carry Siphon. Pantheon in the middle here, and then Show You over here. Jace over here, like literally just like this position like every round, and then sometimes you swap to the other side. Sometimes he puts Siphon in the middle so that he can get a good dash off. But that's what I saw Dish Soap doing. Obviously, we can't exactly do that this game because of the Ornn item. So I guess it's a bit different here. But yeah, kind of interesting. I mean, the board's strong enough. I don't think we're gonna like win out this game unless we can like find some way to. We have to hit Siphon and then have some way of going 9. You always sell those 2 units so that you can roll more in Treasure Dragon because we need good items. It's actually, I don't really like that it's Radiant Treasure. Are you really gonna take Radiant Morellos here? I didn't think so. Really? Holy crap. I mean, the Siphon items aren't that important because we don't have Siphon 2 yet. Okay, Reforge is an item. Items still look like trash garbage. This looks so bad to me personally. I'm actually really interested to see what he makes here. Ionic Spark Shroud, and then he has Radiant Shroud and the other Shroud. He didn't build the other Shroud in time. Okay. I mean, with this, he can basically shroud the entire board. I mean, Radiant Shroud isn't... I don't know, it seems kind of bad. It gives your board mana, which, like, this comp, it's not that insane. I mean, shrouding their team isn't bad by any means. Oh. You probably play the Pantheon too here, right? Over Bard 1? I guess maybe you have to make the decision. Oh, okay, you just got Jace for Panth 2 here? Because it's only Jace 1. It's actually a pretty flexible comp, huh? Like, you obviously want to keep the Jade units in, but, like, the slot of Panth and Jace are relatively flexible. You get, like, Mystics in, you can obviously... we did here. Yeah, there's a lot that you can go into like 7 Jade. It's more flexible than people think. But I mean, this makes perfect sense, right? You just hit the Panth too, so you just take out Jace for the Bard because you want to have Bard in for Mystic. Yeah, it's so awkward to position these because you want to give Panth like you kind of have to do this positioning like almost every fight. The nice thing is that we have the double shroud, so we can hit everything that we want. But I would even like fake swap the Pantheon over and then swap him back. Yeah, these are some tough fights though. Like until we, and I mean hitting Siphon 2 doesn't even actually like bail us out that much. We don't have any items. Lodge, I guess, would be fine. PG for Siphon. Titans. Sunfire. No, wait, it's Quicksilver, really? I mean, we have Sunfire boards, so Sunfire kind of sucks, huh? I guess it has to be Quicksilver. Is that going on Siphon or Pantheon? Probably Siphon, right? Ooh, no, it's definitely Siphon. Alright, and we hit the Soraka as well, which we can easily just play instead of the Gnar, because we don't need the Shapeshifter buff anymore. You always play the Soraka here. That is very true. That's another thing that could be easily missed. You're thinking about playing this comp a bit more, you know, changing the comp around late game. Almost killed this guy. Nice. We were very healthy. I'm still not completely convinced that this comp is going to cap out very high. So I feel like we might lose to someone later, but it's definitely strong right now. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the spot that this guy was in going into this game, he probably only needed like a top 4 to I mean, I think it's just like the final 4 from this day make it to regionals. So like he was probably bing chilling. Like I don't think there was a shot, but I mean, he probably wants the extra prize money that I imagine you get from first. So he's going for first. But yeah, this is a well played game. This is a truly flexible player, right? He's played maybe a different comp. I forget what I saw in the first game that he played. I'm trying to think back. And I didn't review the second game he played because he bought forward, so I was like, fuck it. Might just be a low roll game, or maybe he played bad or something. But he played Xayah, ended up hitting Xayah 3, of course. He played this Siphon Shi Oh Yu comp. He played, it's not going to auto go to the next spot for me? Please. He played the insanely woke Graves Cannoneer, like vertical Seraphine Graves comp with no Pantheon. Vertical Cannoneer Seraphine Graves comp with the Cannoneer augments. Yeah. I forget what he played the first game. I'm trying to think. No, please. Go you or whatever I'm on. You're gonna tell me I'm gonna have to take it off from ultra clear. Can't do original painting, sadly. You have to like have an account or something like that, which maybe I could just make an account, or maybe it would ask me a bunch of questions that I can't legally answer. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it, but I mean, this is good enough quality, I would say. Looks, you know, pretty good. Oh. Okay, close fight, but I mean, we've secured top 4, which is quite good. Very well played game. I love this pivot. I loved this pivot. I think a lot of people this set have become very uncomfortable with full pivoting their board, but this guy did it really well because he didn't have any of the units. Like you think about going into 4-1, he didn't have any of the units that he was playing for this board, but he managed to get them all in. Really well played. We'll see how far we can go. Oh my god, we're gonna win this fight. I mean, yeah, this guy's a guild Aoshin, but it's an Aoshin 1, so it's actually just doesn't do enough damage. Top 3? Hog? He doesn't win this game, does he? I don't remember what the result for it is, to be honest. I looked at them earlier because I saw that he did really well in the tourney, but I do not know actually what the result for this game is. And what did Giga Chad taking of Portable Forge here? I feel like I could have gone so wrong, but it's really like you can use the armor MR reduction one isn't that bad. This one's obviously quite good. I mean, even Triforce isn't terrible. It'll just become a Siphon item. Even like Zanya's isn't terrible. It'll become like a Jace item, but like you don't really want that on your Jace, and like now we don't have that. Manazane eventually go on Soraka. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize taking that over. I mean, I guess you just like CB just kind of blows, but in that case, why wouldn't you just reroll? I don't know. It's really hard for me to rationalize that decision. Like it worked out really well, but I could see it working out so badly that I feel like in my own games I would never be able to make that choice because like fuck, because we didn't have the Jacks on the right side, we couldn't shroud most of their team. Kind of rough. We might lose this fight. Maybe not because of that, but maybe because of that. I mean, but you know, if you make a decision and it works out, then it's always the correct decision. Agreed? Maybe it ends up being a second. I'm so confused actually about the relationship between these two comps, the Siphon Shi Oh Yu comp and the Seraphine Graves comp, because like I feel like I've heard people say that the matchup is unwinnable for both sides. Like I feel like it's if they hit Seraphine 3, then the matchup becomes like kind of unwinnable for this comp. I've also seen this comp just like clobber the other comp, so I feel like it's not as yeah, I feel like anyone who tells you that like either comp loses every time is trolling you personally. It really just depends on items, augments, all that kind of stuff. The Sunfire's actually not the worst. You're gonna put him on Siphon maybe? Like I was a big proponent of Sunfire Siphon back in the day. You could also just put it on Pantheon because he's tankier, but like the problem is Pantheon is already Sunfiring. Okay, I'm a genius. I'm gonna say. Whoa! We sold Rakan too? I mean, we don't really need the MR that much. But I mean, it still works on Seraphine's damage, right? Okay, hitting their front line works really well. We got clobbered here at 31 HP. One more fight. Yeah, the Jace is 10 times better. Nice that you hit that. Okay, no, Thurkon is apparently... Yeah, I was surprised he even cut Thurkon for Soraka too, but... Okay. I mean, he needs to... I roll the... Okay, that's actually a really good Zephyr. With the Shroud? I wonder if that's enough. Like, decreasing the shield on their entire team is kind of huge, because it allows your dragons to actually get through. Oh, shit, it actually worked. We won. Beautiful, beautiful tournament by like beautiful entire tournament from this guy. Um, let's see what he won. I don't know what the prize pool is. Okay, I don't think there's a prize. There's not a prize pool for this shit. Are you serious? This is the prize. It's just that you get to go to regionals. Maybe there is a prize pool and it's just not disclosed on here. I hope he got some money for this because this was a beautifully played tournament by this guy. I really loved watching his games. And I'm excited to watch him in regionals, which is going on end of next weekend. It's in like 3 parts. Next weekend, middle of next week, and then this is next weekend, I imagine. So, oh baby, I am hyped up to watch some more Chinese TFT. These guys are so fucking good, and there's so many good players. Also, Chinese regionals, like I said, first place gets $140,000. Second place gets $50,000. So it is very, very high stakes. So people are going to be completely on their A game doing their best. So it should be incredible to watch. I hope you guys can join me when I watch those games as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this VOD review. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.